Welcome to video number 2. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a new game, how to save it, and how to load it later on. The first thing is to create a folder for our game files to be saved in. On my desktop, I'll create a folder by right-clicking, then going down to New, and left-clicking on Folder. I'll rename the folder to Roblox Games. You can name yours whatever you'd like. With that done, open up Roblox Studios and log in so you are at the template screen. If you look in the upper left, you'll see the New tab. Next to it is All Templates, which list all the game templates you can play with, provided by Roblox. Next to that is Theme, which filters the templates to just the themed ones, like a castle environment or a western setting. Then on the far right is Gameplay. These worlds are pre-designed as game worlds. Feel free to explore any of these templates. Below the New tab is My Games, where your published games can be found. Recent shows your recently worked on games. Archive is games that you've made but you don't want to keep or work on anymore. You might make 100 games, then eventually focus on only a few. If you don't care about those initial 100 games and don't want them to appear in your My Games and Recent list, then you can just archive those old games. Once a game is published, it can't be deleted, only archived. This prevents accidental deletion. Let's start a brand new world. Go here to the top left where you see New. If it's not already highlighted, left click on New, then move to the right and make sure All Templates is selected. We want to use a template called Baseplate. Left click on the Baseplate template. Give the program a few seconds to load the template. Once it's loaded, it may appear as a smaller window. You can make it full screen by clicking on the Maximize button on the top right corner. Your template may launch with a bunch of small side windows on the left. Keep them if you want, but for now, I find they just take up area that I want to use for creating the game. I'm going to close those windows for now. So in front of us is the main game screen, with nothing but the base plate as a ground and a spawn location in the middle. The spawn location is where players will appear when they start the game. At the top of Roblox Studio are a few tabs with different icons below them. These are the tabs Home, Model, Test, View, and Plugins. We'll cover those in a bit. On the right side are two important windows, the Explorer window and the Properties window. The Explorer window will list all the parts of your game that you add along with coding scripts and other items to create your games. Properties show the various properties of an item that you select. For example, if I click on the spawn point, we see its properties in the window here. You can change the properties of an item to suit your game's need. At the bottom here, you'll notice the output window. This area is important for displaying errors in your game and coding. Again, we'll look more into this in future videos. Now, depending on the size of your computer screen and your personal preference, you may want to resize some of these windows. To do so, simply put your cursor to the edge of one of the windows, left click and hold while dragging the mouse to resize the window. Feel free to adjust any of these window sizes to your liking. Just to add something to our game, go ahead and click the Part button up here in the toolbar. I'm on the Home tab. Just click the Part tab a few times and that'll give us some blocks. With that, let's save our game. There's a difference between saving the game and publishing the game. Saving the game just saves it on your computer, whereas publishing the game uploads the game to Roblox so you can play it like you would any other Roblox game, and with your friends. We'll look at publishing the game soon in an upcoming video. To save the game on your computer, go to the upper left and left click on File, then left click on Save to File As. Make sure you're saving the game in the folder you want to. If you created a new folder, navigate to that folder before you save the game. Name the game what you want. I wasn't too creative, and the first time I saved this game, I named it Roblox Game 1. But from there, each time I save the game, I'm going to increase that number at the end from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, and so forth. That way, if I ever make a mistake in one of my games and I mess it up, I can go back to an earlier version of the game that I saved. And in that earlier version, my game isn't messed up. Now that the game is saved, let's move on to loading games in Roblox Studio. First, to close the game, don't just click the X in the upper right hand corner. That will completely shut down all of Roblox Studio. Instead, to close the game and go back to the main menu, go up to File, then click on Close Place. That brings us back to the main menu here, where we can start a new game or load a game. In this case, we're going to load a game. On the left, you see both My Games and Recent. That's where you'll find your saved games. Under My Games is where you will find published games. By default, everyone receives a published game with a house provided by Roblox. To find your recently saved games, go down to Recent, and you'll see your recent games listed here. But say your game wasn't listed, or you had it saved in another file. Go up to File in the upper left, and then click on Open from File. Navigate to where your file is located, and open it from there. So back at the Recents tab, find the game you want to load, left click on it, give it a few seconds, and bam! You are back into your game, ready to edit. Now you can create games, load them, save them, as many as you like. In the next video, we'll review the different ways to play and test out your games. We'll also look at publishing your game. I'll see you then.